Hey there, this is something I haven't done in a while. Watching a movie in the movie theater and actually reviewing it for a change. Yeah, I mean, we kind of do live in a sparse time for movies, even before the pandemic of the last 2 years. Yeah, January, February usually tend to be the sparse times for movies. Thankfully, it's all about to change in the next couple of weeks. But I'm gonna start off this year's movie season with this thing, Uncharted, with the Spider-Man guy and Marky Mark from that Funky Bunch. So yeah, it's a video game movie, which they don't necessarily have the best rap. I'll say that much. I did enjoy the trailers. Never once played any of the games. Well, that's not true. I played like 5 minutes of a level when a friend of mine came over with the game, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe one day I'll sit down and actually start playing the games, but for right now, can't really judge it off the game. I'm just gonna judge this thing as a movie, which I heard a lot of people didn't. A lot of people, from what I've been hearing, fans of the video games, not really big fans of the movie. But, I mean, like I said, I have this interesting perspective that I don't know the games as well. Now I can see it and watch it fresh as a movie. So, and get to experience it in a different way. Anyways, the movie actually is about to start. It's already hit the commercials and trailers range. So I should get myself some popcorn and drinks and go see the movie. And I'll tell you how I felt about it after the fact. Bye for now. Right then, Uncharted. That's a movie. Now, I'm gonna say this right here. I liked it. I like Uncharted. The movie, that is. It was fun. It was fun. It was a nice, fun adventure, treasure hunting story. It sort of reminds me of a weird mix between a James Bond-ish movie and International Treasure. And I like the International Treasure movies, both of them. I wish they make another one, but yeah, I mean, it kind of filled the void, shall we say, of another internet. Sorry, did I say international? I said National Treasure. I meant National Treasure. That's the one I was going for. And National Treasure. Love those movies. Those movies are quite literally a national treasure. And well, like I said, I like them, and I'm kind of starved for another one. And then comes Uncharted. It's basically kind of a National Treasure movie without the actual characters from National Treasure, which is fine. I mean, it's still like I said, it's a treasure hunting adventure, which I liked. Now, this movie's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. For one thing, the villain, if you can even call it a villain, I guess the movie's been out for a while now by the time I'm recording this, so there's no point in me holding it off. Antonio Banderas is in this movie. I think it was in the trailers or something. I don't know. But yeah, Antonio Banderas, waste of a character in this movie. Like, completely. Like, he's only in like 3, 4, maybe 5 scenes in total. And it's ridiculous how little he has to do in this movie. And he's like the main villain. Like, the majority of the time you're spending with these two characters of Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, which are great. I mean, Mark Wahlberg kind of sometimes slip into the meme version of him, the happening version of the Marky Mark, if you know what I mean. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of times in this movie where he actually goes like, "What's happening? What's happening?" So yeah, that was kind of funny to watch. But yeah, so Mark Wahlberg, aside from these few comedic moments, which unintentional comedic moments, I should say. It's pretty good. Tom Holland's really, really excellent in this movie. I mean, there are times where it's kind of hard to look at him and not think of Spider-Man, especially because there's an awful lot of parkour in this movie. So that kind of brings you back to the Spider-Man aesthetic, but yeah, he fits into this character naturally. And look, there's a poster of Spider-Man right next to it. Weird how the movie theater did that, but the Sophie Alley character was okay. I still think there's a little bit more that they could have done with that. The main problem with the movie is, and they set it up, and that's not a criticism, that's just an observation. They set it up really well that you cannot trust any of these characters, or at least not any character not named Nathan Drake in the movie. Like, the other characters that Nathan Drake meets in the movie, completely untrustworthy, and you never know when they're going to turn on them. So it kind of makes it hard to relate to them, and kind of makes it hard to root for them, and you kind of want to say to Nathan Drake to just leave those guys behind and do his own thing. But at the end of the day, not spoiling too much, you kind of start to get on board with what those characters were up to. And I can't remember the name of the second villainess, the actual villain, Joe Braddock. I can't remember the name of the actress at the moment, but she was really good, but very, very one note. A very one note, no dimensions villain, and yeah, not the best villains. I would say the movie excels in the treasure hunting stuff, not so much with the hero characters, and it just fails in the villains department. If that's a valid criticism. But hey, I mean, the movie does a lot to set up the next movie. At the end there's a sort of like a couple of mid-credit scenes. There isn't a post-credit scene, and I actually waited for all the credits to make sure of that. But yeah, there are two mid-credit scenes, one immediately after the movie's title comes up, and then another one after the initial credits. But yeah, they're setting up for a lot of stuff, and they pretty much lay it out for you. They tell you what the next movie is going to be about, and I'm assuming people who played the games know what that means. I would hope, at least. But yeah, it looks like they've got a lot riding on this, and like I said, I liked the National Treasure-ness of it, so I wouldn't mind seeing another one, especially considering the specificity of what they were teasing for the next movie. Again, without spoiling, but they're kind of setting up something. Again, haven't played the video games, but they are setting up something that I think would be very interesting and exciting. So yeah, it's a fun movie. Not great by any chance, but it's fun, and I think it's worth a watch as a fun popcorn movie to pass the time and enjoy and have fun and get a good laugh, and maybe, just maybe, learn a little bit of history behind in it, or at least inspire you to learn a bit of history and make sure that some of the details they throw at your face during the movie are correct, which is something that I usually like to do after seeing a movie. I'm not one of those people that just like assumes everything that they say in a movie is correct in its actual historical stuff. I look it up after the fact. Yeah, sorry, I'm lame like that. Anyways, this review's already gone on way long enough, so I will leave you with that. So thank you for watching. Uncharted is a fun movie, and enjoy your weekend. Goodbye. Hi there. Thank you for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. I'll see you next time.